Well, welcome back. This is the third in the series of dealing with the Civil War. I did say on the last video that I was just going to do a turn end and then start this video on this, but the trouble is the next turn was exactly the same as the one before, exactly the same as the one before that, and I thought, no, forget it. So I've gone on a little bit further. This is the point when the Civil War normally starts, when these armies start to fill up in here. Once I've killed everybody off, all the armies, and then start to rebuild them up again, then once these start to get full, like they get to, say, it's at 16, 17, 18, 19, well, you can see how many turns now I've been doing this for. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be the 5th. So it's about 5 turns from where I was before. Every time I've tested this, that's about when it happens. It still shows Civil War imminent, or Civil War brewing, I think, or well, I don't know what it is. Intimidating, right? Brewing. Civil War still brewing. It still shows that 53%. That's hardly changed at all. I think it's been about the same the whole time, not reduced or gained or anything. It's just been there. The only difference on this particular video is I've raised another army. I've raised an army in here. Not an army, sorry. I've raised another general. I've raised it in here. I've just put him to the back so he's out of the way. And I raised another one somewhere else. Oh yeah, in case the revolt occurs, it rarely does, but just in case it does in Nyssa, I've raised a second army somewhere else. Where is it? Where was I raising my... Ah, there you go. Hecatompilos. There you go. Now he's alright, he's behind, so I'm quite happy with him. Okay, good. So that's the only difference. The only other thing that I wanted to do, there was one other thing I did. Oh yeah, I raised a spy as well in Bam, because one of my spies had got killed, so I thought, well, I'll have another one. So I've got one in Bam near to either Nyssa or Pura. I think it's going to be in Pura because it normally is, but anyway, you never know. Anyway, I could get these, but I've looked at these before. Although they give me Hillman and stuff, then Anyway, another comment has come in from, I think it's from Browser, can't remember now, and he, like, I've just looked at it between videos now, and he seems to have the idea that I don't think I can win a civil war. I don't think that at all. I've never thought that. I've obviously given the wrong impression. I know I can win these campaigns. I've never lost any Total War campaigns. I've chosen the most difficult ones. I've chosen them on hard or very hard even. Mind you, very hard, I find it a bit, it's a bit slow when I do it that way. But yeah, I'm just looking now, by the way, for any sort of farms that I might put in there. So now the problem isn't in going back and beating them. He's saying things like, which is fair enough. He's saying, I don't know whether I should get these buildings actually. Now I think about it. I don't know what I want in them. I don't think I do yet. I don't want those buildings yet. What I want is buildings when I've upgraded. So I'm just looking now, just see if I can find any farm type ones, because I think they might be a good idea. Just haven't checked recently for any buildings that I can do. Like farms and culture is what I'm really looking for, not the sort of yellow culture ones that you've seen there, but I don't think there are any, otherwise perhaps I'd have noticed anyway. Yeah, I'm getting comments like, it's easy, the Civil War filters out quickly, you can beat them with your garrisons, you can all this, that, and I know I can do all of that, that's not a problem. I don't fear the enemy. My issue is that I have to go back and repeat the whole thing, start all over again. That was my issue. But anyway, I've decided to do it to show it a different way, and this is what I was saying 3 videos ago, or on the one, I don't know, at the beginning of this series. Okay, there's a farm. I don't think I'm going to bother with anywhere else. Could that be? Nah, I'm not going to. See, I don't want to upgrade these yet, because you know about it. You know what's going to happen. -4 food and -4 public order per turn through squalor. Why do I want that? I don't know, but I don't want it until I've upgraded the farms anyway. So this is almost done. I don't know if I showed you the one that I got before this. This is the one here. You could see it gives me +3 public order all provinces, improved tax rate, etc. Agent costs are cheaper, you know, stuff like that. It's all good stuff. The one I got before it, I think, was this one, and I got this one 4-5 turns ago. Well, I ordered it about 9 turns ago. It took about 4 or 5 turns to get, this is the one, you know, when, you know, for the videos that I didn't show, or the campaign moves that I didn't show, and it's -3 political incident occurrence. My idea was at the time, was when I realised that civil war was brewing, I thought I'll get that and it'll stop there's civil war coming, you know, because it will help with that, but it was a total waste of time. It didn't do that at all, so don't fall for that one either, folks. Which leads me on to why I'm doing this again. I'm not doing this because I now think it's easy to beat the rebels. I'm doing this because I can show things like this, really. I suppose it might be informative to other people, which is originally why I started to post videos up here in the first place, because the United Provinces was very, very difficult to win, certainly on hard, unless you were good at sea battles, and few people in the Total War series were any good at sea battles, and so I couldn't find any advice anywhere, so I thought, right, okay, I've got to learn it. That's why I started doing this series, and that's why I do it now. Slightly, let's just end this term. It's all slightly different now because new things have come out, and I'm learning almost just like anybody else is. So I've sort of lost my original purpose, but I suppose in a way I've kind of regained it now, haven't I? You know, because somebody said to me, well, you know, I'd be interested to see how you do it. You know, I'm doing the Parthia campaign, and you know, I wonder. You know, I'm curious about how you would do it. So I thought, well, all right, and okay, you know, it's that might be worth doing. So I thought I'll find a way to do it and show it. So I wouldn't want to give people the wrong impression, you know, that I'm sort of fearful about how bad the civil war is going to be. That's not the case at all. I still think it's wrong. I still got a gripe about it. You know, 12 full armies. You know, I mean, all in one place. I mean, that's just an amazing civil war. You know, I mean, how do they train under your nose in your capital so many men suddenly like that? You know, that's bizarre. Anyway, that's another thing I didn't check, you know. Just over there, that place, what's it called? It's got a funny name, Homos in it somewhere. It's I didn't check how close that was to rebellion again. So, right, non-aggression pact. No, I'm not paying you 9,400. Forget it. This is the other risk I'm taking, of course. You know, the risk is all the way along the borders. What I'm doing is I'm relying on my garrisons to defend the borders, in the same way that Browser was suggesting that I rely on my garrisons to beat the rebels. There's no way that my garrisons, by the way, is the size that they were on that part of my map, my empire, would have been able to cope with this. I mean, people in the future will know about all of this, of course, because they'll have seen other people like me do it first, or they'll have information about it, or they'll look it up. I don't know. But you know, they won't know that the Civil War is going to be like this. Presumably, they won't know that anyway. I think they should have places, you know, like during the Civil War, you know, Oxford declared for the King, for instance, and so did Newcastle, I suppose. Various other places. Wales declared for the King. You know, well, not even Wales really, but parts of. You know, sort of things like that. They will declare. But you know, to suddenly have your capital like full of, you know, I don't know, all seems a bit. Anyway, I've done enough moaning about that, haven't I? So okay, payments 4,700, defensive alliance. No, you're not getting anything from me. I'm risking it. I am risking those borderlands. Now I feel okay. Well, I don't feel okay yet. I'll feel okay when the rebellion comes, which I suspect is going to be this turn or the turn after. Because then I can put my generals back in position, I can start to raise decent forces in there, perhaps even better ones than I had before. Our hidden agent exposed. Well, alright, fair enough. Research complete, foreign policy. Now hopefully that means that everybody's a lot happier than they were before. Political intrigue. intrigue, promotion. Other families do other family consequences, promotion secured. Okay, thank you very much. I think I'm not too bothered anymore because you can't get a second civil war anyway when it occurs. So, well, it hasn't occurred. So that means I've got even more time to organise my forces, which is good. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'll recruit to these back units. I think I can recruit. Oh no, I still need more in here. Oh, actually, I've raised these a little early because these aren't quite up to a full 20, are they? It's usually when I get up to about a full 20 that I need. Yeah, that basically the civil war occurs. So right, if I put those, is this where I can get an extra one? No, it isn't. So it does look like I'm going to have to do this again. Oh well, this is just what you missed on the turns before, wasn't it? So let's whack through a load of these. Nope. What was that? Executors of the Great Purpose. Right, okay. Do I really want... I'm not even sure I really want my full 20 of spearmen in these places, but anyway. Recruit units. Do I just get one for now? I think, because he's quite a distance away, this one anyway, isn't he? I'm just going to get one in that one, because that leaves me 3, doesn't it, to get the others in. In fact, is this the one that I can get? It's probably the one I can get 4 in this. Never mind. Okay, over to here. That's got 17 in, so that's good. This one, okay, spy. Okay, I'm leaving those in position just to sort of keep an eye on the enemy, or perhaps slow down his movements or whatever. They're my sort of last line of defence, really. The espionage angle there. Right, okay, those. Come on. I think I'm just checking through all the forces just to make sure. These as well. I need to be at around about 70. Oh no, that's Myas Hormos. I don't need any more in there. In fact, I could probably get rid of some of these now. I don't think I need these, do I? What? Let's have a look at it. Public order. It's been taxed now, by the way. Right, okay. Well, okay, I'll leave the spearmen in there then for now. I don't think I need them, but... Okay. Just to keep the population fairly happy. Which it seems to be. Right. That one's only 13. So let's do that one then. Recruit units. 1, 2, 3. Is that the one we fought? No, it isn't. Right, okay.
Ready for battle.
16, perhaps just one more, making 17. Recruit units, one more. Okay, good. And him, can I recruit to him? Don't really want to get spears in there, but I might have to. 1, 2, 3. I do 4. No, I can only get 2 in there. Okay, well let's just get a couple in there then, I think, and then we'll work from there. So I think that should be all of them now. What I can't do is check on my forces screen to see which ones have got the green bar having disappeared, but that's a full 20. Very nice, that. There's nobody attacking that place because they're just going to murder him. Don't care how many armies he's got, he's going to get murdered. Now, why have I done 19 in there? I don't think they were. I think they were 2 before, were they? 16. I think... Are they quite close now? I don't need... No. Don't think I need all of that. I think I only need... Actually, that's 14. What's going on? 15. Sorry, 15. 16. 17. Now I'm confused. Yeah, I want 16 in each. Okay. So, I don't quite know what that was all about. But oh, hang on. Can I get back to him? Yes, I can. Let's see if I can get some in here. No, they're all 2s. Right, I think I've done it. I think that's it. Right. Okay, what I need to do now really is check my provinces just to see who's happy, because I got that +3, didn't I? So, Nabatea is still on its way down. Why? Why are you on your way down? This is Petra. This is nearly completed, which is good. Let's have a look in here under the details, and it's going down. It's going to be 5 turns going to get rebellion, and it is being taxed. I think we stick with that, you know, because this is going to be built. It's got an edict on there as well, actually. This will be built in 3 turns, and I think that will sort out the problem. Plus 20 public order per plus 20. Is that 20% or what? Plus 20. That's an amazing amount, isn't it? It really is. Okay, and then which ones are going downhill? These are all coming up, coming up. It looks like everybody now is on the way up. Even this one, Ponto Caspia. Now maybe I can tax Ponto Caspia now. Let's have a look, see if I can. Tax. 84 turns. I think I'll risk that for 84 turns, don't you? The game could be over by the time that's done. Right, okay, these again, they're not really worth it. You get growth, of course, but that's about it. Maybe I need the growth so I can get other buildings in here. Maybe that's what I should be aiming for, but for now, I'm not going to. For now, I'm going to see if the rebellion occurs. Is it going to happen at all? Maybe now I've done something different so that the rebellion isn't even going to happen anymore. So, okay, let's have a look at another one then. Damn, this takes it now to even another video. Oh, right, okay, thanks for warning me. That's good news. I want another technology, don't I? So, where am I? I'm on... No, this one. What am I getting? Now, I haven't even thought through. I didn't think I'd get this far. I haven't been this far before, to be honest. I've only been as far as provoking the civil war with the number of, the types of troops I want him to have. Cultural, blah, blah, all that stuff. Maybe I want the ones that are going to take me to the next stage of farming. No, what I really want is the one that's going to be quickest to get. Trade language. +4 wealth from commerce, buildings already, plus a tariff, spice market, seaside market, seafood market. Now they're attractive. Possibilities, that's an 8. 6, well I think it's, no, these are both 8s. So it's looking like at the moment that I go for, no that's an 8, that I go for this one, the trade language, but we'll have a look, see if there are any 6s in here. Well there are these, but I tend to find them pretty useless actually, because I haven't got the elephants yet anyway. Well I did have armoured siege units. See, I'm not on to siege units either. These, that's a 5. Charge bonus for all land units. Now that's a good one. Maybe that's something I could do with actually. Battle run speed as well. Charge bonus for all land units. Maybe I need that. And that's only 5, isn't it? And that one's 5. Ship health, battle speed, missile damage. And then this one is the final thing to look at. 6 here. Upkeep costs. Enables building of naval yard. I'm tempted to get that, to build up my good navies. Recruitment costs, I'm going to go for that. I know it's 6 instead of 5, breaks my rule a little, but I think that's going to be the best one because I am going to be recruiting lots of ships, and I want my ships to be cheaper, and that's a -5% there, of course, isn't it? And then I've got enables building of naval yard, and a naval yard I think is going to allow me to have much better ships. I'm pretty sure it will. I don't even need to look that one up, do I? It's bound to. So okay, well let's, I don't know, see if he appears now. Maybe I've put him off. Maybe I've frightened him now. There's no way he's going to appear. Too many armies near to him. He doesn't feel he can get away with a civil war. If he appears, say, to the west of my armies, then I'm not too worried about that either. I can go east or west. I'm sort of down the middle of my empire now, really, in a way. So I ought to be able to go either way. Just doesn't really matter to me which one he comes up on. I suppose the worst scenario would be, and it's not too bad, would be if he takes Nissa and goes north. Military alliance. No, you're not getting a military alliance. Even Bactria. That's 12,000 as well. Blimey. No, I don't want a military alliance. What I want to do is destroy these nobles, these Parthian nobles, and then go in there and slaughter you as well, Bactria. Yeah? And probably Arachosia as well. I don't care. I'll have the armies. I'll just go boom and flatten you. Because I can, because I'm in the right place. I might as well turn this negative move of going backwards in the way that I have done into something positive by getting all my armies over to the east and wiping them all out. So I don't know. I mean, I could always put a scratch force over in the west there of say 6 armies there, 6 armies east, 6 armies west, see if I can hold places enough. I ought to be able to get to a position fairly soon where my garrisons are strong enough to be able to hold armies off. It's just really when there are no walls involved, that's when it becomes a problem. But these hillmen are really good. The hillmen are good, and the swordsmen are even better, I imagine. Noble death. Oh no, killing off my good generals. And there it is. Well, let's watch this.
The young replace their elders. It is the way of things. Teeth, swords, or lies. All are the weapons of rebellion.
Right, well I think that croak type roar is the nearest I'm going to get to a negotiation with the Civil War people anyway, so I could do the same, couldn't I? Except I can't really do the roar. I'm not even going to try it on here actually, because it would be embarrassingly stupid. Might get a laugh though. Anyway, let's see where he is. Is he in Nyssa? No, he isn't. Where is he? He's down in Pura. I bet you he's down in Pura. Yes he is. There he is. Right, now here's what I wanted to show you more than anything else. Look at this. Oh, it won't show it. Damn, it won't show it yet. Right, okay, let's get a bit closer, see if they'll show it. I left him here on purpose. I bought him and brought him here on purpose, just so I could show you what these are. Ah, there you are. Perfect. Look at that. So you can now see it, can't you? Every single one of his units are spearmen. Can I show that one? Yep. And that one, even this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Can I show them all? No, can't show those two. But what I will say to you is that before, when I had all my armies over on the western border, I had one elephant unit with one army somewhere. Every one of these armies had 1 or 2 elephants with it. I think it was just 1 to be fair. So I had a cataphractoid general like this. It had an elephant there. It had 4 lots of the best cavalry that you could get that I'd got. It had because I just raised some 1 unit of swordsmen, I think, by the time it came out, something, I don't know. There were about 4 units of swordsmen in there, the best troops. He had down the line the best quality troops that you can imagine, and then some archers and slingers and stuff. A brilliant army, yeah, that would beat its way through any, I don't care, any at this stage anyway, the game, garrison, and an army, and 2 armies, perhaps even 3 of my armies then, it would have beaten, so, I mean, vastly superior. Right, okay, well, what I want to do here now is perhaps kill one of his generals, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, really. Maybe poison everybody. Let's see what the assassination does first. 19% isn't good, is it? This is a new guy, of course, so military sabotage. Can we poison him? Poisoning seems to be the best, doesn't it? Poison provisions. Let's see what that is. Faction.
Yes,
what?
I was the instrument
What?
of your will.
What the hell? What happened? I'm confused. That is a faction destroyed, didn't it? That made me think then that that's peculiar. I don't understand. What faction was destroyed? Let's have a look at those event messages. Do you know, that just took my breath away then. I thought, what's going on? When it's a faction destroyed, I thought the Parthian noble... Mero. Oh, do you know, when I killed knows? I thought, blimey, when I've poisoned the army, I've killed the general. And the general was the king or something, or the leader of the rebellion. And that's it. But anyway, he hasn't killed many. He's killed, what, 117 out of 160. That's pretty good. These here, well, 153. I can't really read that one. It's a bit difficult. I think I can actually. It's 84. So, yeah, it's not bad. I shouldn't complain about it. But, yeah, it's... is that all it's going to show me now? He's got a full garrison as well. 480, 480, Eastern Spearmen, mob. Right, okay. So, a full 12 armies. Right, now then. Let's see which way he's going to go. I think he's going to go towards Bam, over here. I really do. But, what I'm going to do now is raise in here. Is it this one or this one? This army in here.
Ready for battle.
That's got 17. Made a mistake. I should have gone up to the full 20 in here. Because then I'd have these behind as well to... Oh, maybe I raise them in there. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter anyway, does it? Let's get my better quality troops in here, like, now. Quickly. So, what I want is recruit units. I want 1, 2, 3. Couldn't get 4 anyway, I don't think. I'm going to also get mercenaries in here. Hire mercenaries. And I'm going to get... Damn, I can't get them there. So I'm going to get them... In fact, I could get them there. What I could do... Can I merge some... I can't do it now. Let's just get rid of those a minute. 2, 3. Right, if I...
What cruelty do you wish?
Merge these here. And I give them... Say, what could I? How many mercenaries could I get then? Was it 2 or 3? I don't remember now. Let's check it out again. Actually, okay, it's mercenaries, recruit units, hire mercenaries. I can get 3. Okay, 3 mercenary units, but I need the spaces for them, of course. So, what I need to do is put these into here. Well, to exchange. So I can get 6 out of here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I take 6 from there, put them in there. Good. So I can now get in here. I've given too many now. Oh, how stupid is this? Right, okay, so I get let's do these first. 1, 2, 3 of those. Can't get 4, can I? No, always worth a try. And then I go to mercenaries and I hire 1, 2, 3 mercenaries. And I hire them. So I've now got 17 in that force. And I need a full 20 really. So what I'm going to have to do now is add 3 from here. Because I got it wrong. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3. Add those. Right, now I should have a full 20. Yes, I have. Okay, and I've got mercenaries in there, and some decent horse in there. They're not the absolute best, melee attack 30, but they'll do for now. And of course I'm going to have some really, really good infantry in there. What I need to do as well is bring over this army as well, but I don't want to bring it yet. What I want is... Will it reach, by the way, first? It won't. Why isn't it even moving? Right, it won't quite get there. So what I'm going to do is bring it, say, to here, on the road, to there. Okay. And then I'm going to recruit my remaining troops from here. Recruit units. 1, 2, 3. Excellent stuff. Right, can I get... Oh, I can get mercenaries in here as well. Brilliant. Right, okay, well let's get rid of 3 units then. 1, 2, 3. Just disband those, because I don't need this number of spearmen. Okay. Right, now let's get some mercenaries. See the plan? 1, 2, 3. Okay, over these last 3 videos you can see how it all comes to fruition now, what's happening. So I'm starting to get a mix of forces. I'll get some decent troops. I wanted to choose Bam because Bam was too far away for him to be able to reach in one move, one turn. principally because he's going across this kind of territory. He tends to want to go to Bam for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm not too bothered because I've got my best troops here in Harmosia. If he's to come and attack me there, I've got a wall and I've got these. He can throw troops at this place as much as he likes, and I am joyous about it. I really am. Over the moon. No problem with that. Right, okay, well these are Aracosians. These over here are Parthians. I can bring these over. This is because I wasn't sure where his men were going to arrive, you see. So I can now start to move in the direction perhaps of Bam, because there's no way he's going to get that far over, all the way over to there. I don't really want to... Aracosia are military allies, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to raise forces there when I get into there. I'm probably not. So I'm going to stay here on this road, just here, where I can still raise forces. Okay, I think, I hope. Right. Ah, I can't get any very good troops there anyway. In that case, I'm going to go for slingers. No, slingers and archers. Okay. And let's see if I... Oh yeah, look, let's have an elephant. So I get rid of... I've got 19. I can give one an elephant. And so hire the elephant. I now need to... I want 2 lots of archers. So I need to get rid of 2 of these. So let's get rid of 2 of these units. Where are we? Here. Okay. Now, hire mercenaries. 1, 2. Good. Right, and there's another full 20, so I've got 2 size 20 armies there now. 3, in fact, if you include the one in Harmosia, which is really ships, but hey-ho. Right, okay, so there's that one. And then these guys here, backed up by those, are no longer needed. So let's get these guys moving out of here as well. But again, keep them inside the territory until we reach where we want to go. We're heading towards Bam eventually, which is here. So they're going to go this way. But will they stay in the same territory? No, they're going into Bam's territory there, aren't they? That's all Bam's territory. Don't want that. What I want is for them to stay in here. Just there. Okay.
Awaiting Parthia's bidding, my lord. Is that all, my lord?
Yeah, because I've recruited everything that I can in Bam, so that's no good. 16, right, okay, so in here I want... What mercenaries can I get? Wow, look at all those. 4, I could get 6. But most of them are spearmen, so I'm only going to take 2. There's no point in having those spearmen, really. I'll get 2, so that was 16, so if I can ditch one of these have got 3 chevrons, which has got to be good. Disbanding units. Right, okay, so if I now recruit 3... Oh, I can't get anything really good in here. I'm going to go for these. 2, 3. Okay. Can I get a 4th in there? No. Okay, and then I'm going to get my remaining 2 as these. Hire those. Good. So what's that now? Is that a 4th army coming over? I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm going to need these anymore. I really don't. What am I going to need those for? I think those need to really be disbanded again and then built again over on that other in that other section over there. I think, you know, on the other border, on the western border, because I don't think I'm going to need all of these. Right, okay, what about this?
How may I serve?
Yep, and then there are these guys over here.
What cruelty do you wish? Oh, Lord.
Now these guys over here, I don't think they can't. Well, I know, not that I don't think. I know they can't recruit at sea. What I'm going to do with these is, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of 3 of them, and I'm going to get swordsmen. Right. Not get rid of 3. Sorry. I'm going to recruit units of 1, 2, 3. Right. What mercenaries can I get here, by the way? I can get these And these, do I need those? I don't know. Maybe not, to be honest. I'll leave that anyway for now. And is this the one where I can get 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's a giveaway, isn't it? I think I can get another one in here. 16 is an even number. 3 doesn't go into 16, and I'm getting 3 in a turn, so that must be 4 4s, isn't it? Disband unit. So I can get another one. Should be able to. Recruit units. Yeah. There you go. Well done, Sherlock Holmes. Right, okay. Get those in there. Good place for recruiting, actually, this. Pretty smart place. I wonder if I can get mercenaries, though. Mercenaries... Well, I know I can get mercenaries. It's what type. I wonder why they're showing us... What's that? A factional mercenary. Comes from your factionary mercenary. You can only be recruited by you. On land, you gain access to these units by owning a settlement in the province on sea. So they're sea ones. They're naval ones. I don't think I want those. Maybe I'd just have him. I think I will. I'll just get one. So I'll get rid of one of these. Yeah. Yeah, disband one of those. And then I will hire one of those. So hire mercenaries, and I want just one unit of those. Hire those. And I think that is about it now. If I look at my forces screen, I should find that I've got units of full 20. Obviously I can't see them, but what it'll show is that they'll all show blank because it'll look like they've moved. Right, armour of Arsasses. I can get better quality troops in there now, and believe me I will. Over here, Heralds of the Fire and Celerity. I think this is one that I've missed. Oh. Myos Homos. Well, I think what I'll do while I'm over here is get rid of some of these and then build... No, I won't get rid of them yet. I will recruit, though. Oh, damn. I can't get any decent troops in here. What shall I get? I'll get some of these. Ah, there goes my phone. And I can't get the phone. So I just hope someone else gets that one for me. And, oh, crikey, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? I bet that's going to go on and on and on as well. So... Right, okay, I think I might have to get that, folks. Hang on a sec. Has somebody got it? No, nobody's got it. Hang on a second, I'll just go and get the phone. Well, I said I was just going to get the phone, and as soon as I said it, the phone rang off, so I presume somebody did get it, or I hope they got it anyway. So, right, okay, what was I going to do in here? Yes, I was going to get a better quality place, Nobles' Palaces. Okay, nothing else in there. Maybe I should get this as well to add to culture. Public order per turn as well. So we'll get that one in there. Right, so now we can start to think about improving these areas, can't we? You know, all these other areas. But I think in the short term, I'm still going to rely on those. I'm not sure. I think what I'll do is I'll leave those, you know, those generals that I had, that I left behind. Right. Oh, damn. Pressed end turn already. I didn't mean to do that. Flipping heck. What I was going to do, I was just talking about those generals. I was about to say, I'll move the generals inside the cities, and then I can start recruiting some decent troops to them once the other troops have moved out of the area. But then I forgot and clicked end turn by mistake. I think it was that phone that just put me off. In fact, it's completely put me off, isn't it? Right, okay. That was a bit of a cock-up, but I don't think it's a big problem. I think I've got all my armies in the right place. So, that was a pain. I've got cordless phones in this house, and it just so happens that I've got 2 of them right next to me. They just both seem to have migrated my way, which is unusual actually, because they seem to migrate away from me. If that's the right word. Yeah, you could migrate away, couldn't you? So, right, military alliance, 6,200. Who's that? Bactria. Nope, you're not getting an alliance. I'm going to go and kill you. Cancel. Because I'm going to have some pretty big experienced armies soon to come and sort you out with. Right, and it looks like I guessed. Do you remember I said there's no point in raising troops, the poor quality troops, too near to where the civil war is going to happen, because what will happen then is they'll just trample over you on the way. There's too many of them. 12 armies against whatever you can put in there, it will just get trampled. So always leave it so they can take one territory, or it's going to be a distance away before they get to you. So I got lucky really in a way, in that the southern territory, the Harmosia, I think it's called, has got some really good quality ships in there. That was just purely by accident. I didn't plan that at the beginning of the game, but it is worth thinking about, isn't it, that might happen. So right, there's the doorbell going now. So first to get the phone, now I've got the doorbell. I hope somebody's going to get the doorbell better than they got the phone. Right, natural causes. Here's the king. Lady has reached the end of her whatever. Right, okay, reached the end of her whatever. Right, hidden agent exposed. Hidden agent exposed. Right, okay, and the next parts of the video are all in fact the fourth part, this is 3, about dealing with a civil war. Oh, I've got an unhappy populace as well. Let's just have a quick look at that one while I remember it. Outraged populace, no less. Goodness me. Right, okay, let's go and have a look at the outraged populace. That's these down here. Myos Hormos. Right, okay, and there's the doorbell going like absolute crazy because nobody's answering any phones and nobody's answering any doors. What on earth's going on today? It's bizarre, isn't it? Right, okay, I think I'm going to have to get that, but let me just have a look at this. Right, okay, public order. Well, it's stable. So we haven't got a problem with that, so I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I'm going to go and get the door because no one else wants to move for some reason, and then I'll do the fourth video and that'll be the end of it. So, okay, thanks for watching folks. Fourth video coming up soon.